There's no place like...
I want to be a witch!
When I was younger, I mainly only played games like Halo, Call of Duty, and an assortment of platformers like Ratchet & Clank. For the time, it was all I needed, not really branching too far from those comfortable norms and just playing these games with my friends. But then I played Flower on the PlayStation 3, and ever since, my journey through gaming has been a wild ride. I like to think that nowadays I play a wide range of games and genres, not just because I want the variety, but also because there are some fantastic experiences to behold if I step outside of my usual favorites. I never would have picked up, let alone played, something like Stardew Valley, Hades, or Spiritfarer if I was still in that mindset, and they've each become some of my favorite games that I'm more than happy to play again and again. Along with bigger budget and more well-known titles, however, I have spent a considerable amount of time going out of my way to find smaller indie titles, and they too have become some of my favorites. Well-known indies like Undertale and Limbo are great, but then you have something like Little Gator Game, a game about a young gator trying to convince his older sister to play a live-action version of their favorite childhood game with him. Or how about Potionomics, a combination of deck building, romancing, and store management set in a fantastically unique world with beautiful animations and addictive gameplay. Then you have something like Frogun, a PS1 stylized throwback title about a young girl traversing ruins in an effort to find her explorer parents when they go missing, using nothing but your wit and a gun that's also a frog. One of my key goals with this channel is to highlight games like these, and today, I hope to do just that with one that's still to come. Last time I did one of these, I talked about a game that was in development called Mariposa and the Galaxy Man, after the developer Inkrose contacted me personally asking if I wanted to do a video about the game. Ever since, I've wanted to do the same for more developers, and after responding to a tweet by Abraham and Chibig asking if any content creators were interested in playing the demo for an upcoming title, here we are. It's possible you're not familiar with the developer Chibig, but they've been crafting comfortably cozy games since 2016, including the likes of Summer and Mara, Dayland Pocket Planet, and Ancora Lost Days. Their games often feature beautiful 2D animated cutscenes, vibrant worlds to explore, and simple but still fantastically fun stories to tell. And during this year's Steam Next Fest, Chibig will be releasing demos for 2 games, KO and the 5 Pirates of Mara, as well as the game we'll be talking about today, Mika and the Witch's Mountain. As I did before, I'll tell you my thoughts on the game before pointing you towards the demo and Kickstarter. All opinions are my own, though I will say that I was provided a copy of the demo prior to the actual release of said demo during the 2023 Next Fest that starts on February 6th. The demo will only take you about 20 minutes and is only available until February 13th, but I personally think it's well worth your time. Mika and the Witch's Mountain is a Studio Ghibli-inspired little adventure game about Mika, a young, soon-to-be witch eager to start casting spells and likely causing some childish chaos. She meets with Oligari, a witch teacher that has a, let's just say, abrasive training style. Once Mika is done being a pancake on the beach, she goes into a nearby town to try and repair her broom when she eventually runs into a woman named after an allergy relief medication. Allegra says she can repair Mika's broom so she can take it back up to the top of the mountain to begin her training, but this remote island apparently has a capitalist-based system, so this little girl needs to become part of the workforce. Mika and the Witch's Mountain is a simple yet adorable little title, one that will eventually feature a mini open world full of secrets and magic, a cozy, lighthearted story, and plenty of adorably designed characters to interact with and deliver stuff to. But as I said, from February 6th to the 13th, a 20-minute demo of the game will be made publicly available on Steam. The demo gives you a basic idea of what the game will entail, which is primarily exploring the island, helping islanders with their tasks, as well as delivering packages in order to get more money to then buy new brooms, and eventually make your way back up to the top of the mountain so Mika can begin her training. It's a very simple but still fun experience, and if anything I've shown you here has you interested, then be sure to check out the demo for yourself. It'll be free, so you basically have no excuse. I will admit though, there are 1 or 2 things that I could see needing some improving before the final release. A better explanation about how the broom flies would be beneficial for one, because as far as I can tell, there's only a single boost button to help propel you into the air, making it kinda confusing to know how to actually fly. That could honestly be just because the brooms you get access to in the demo are like basic starter brooms, so maybe the ones that you get later allow for more freedom of flight outside of just rising and falling randomly. The only other real issue I personally ran into was with the fishing minigame you get to play towards the end of the demo. I will wholeheartedly say that the idea behind the minigame is a lot of fun, having you scoop fish out of the water into a bowl rather than playing a simple quick time event by pressing a button or whatever, but the only explanation about how to do it you're given is that you use the bowl to fish. If I hadn't picked up some of the bowls earlier in the demo and found out they automatically attach to the bottom of your broom when you start flying, I likely would have spent much longer trying to figure out how it's done. Plus, for my experience, the fish dropped back into the ocean far too quickly, so it took me a good third of my total playtime with the demo just to catch one for the quest. Now, all that said, I genuinely had fun with this short little experience. It's a beautifully stylized world that feels like a combination of Kiki's Delivery Service and The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which is great because those are the game's chief inspirations, and the relaxing nature of the island combined with character designs and everything else has me eager to see what the final product has in store. The game currently has a Kickstarter campaign going on that you can pledge to, and the project has already smashed through its $44,000 goal, so whatever you pledge, you'll end up getting. And if you're the kind of person who would rather have a physical copy of the game, well, now you're in luck. As part of the $100,000 stretch goal for the campaign, you can get a physical copy of the game for the Nintendo Switch. So as I said, from February 6th to February 13th, you can check out the demo of the game for yourself as part of Steam's 2023 Next Fest. And if you like what you play, then be sure to back it on Kickstarter to get your copy when it releases. Link in the description down below. The game is currently slated to release sometime between July and September of this year, and will be available digitally on PC through Steam, Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X, with the option to get a physical edition on Switch available as well. Plus, if you want some more Chibig goodness, you can also check out the demo for KO and the 5 Pirates of Mara during that same window of time. But with that, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to Abraham for letting me showcase your demo early, and I will see all of you in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and take care.